Imagine reaching into your crisper drawer and pulling out a bundle of deep, vibrant green leaves. Maybe it's the crinkled, almost blue-green curls of kale, or the tender, slightly softer spears of spinach. These aren't just salad staples. They're like nature's own cognitive fortification, packed with a powerhouse nutrient absolutely crucial for keeping your brain sharp, resilient, and functioning at its best, vitamin K. And we're not talking about a tiny sprinkle here. Spinach and kale are absolute champions when it comes to delivering this vital fat-soluble vitamin. Think of vitamin K as the unsung hero working behind the scenes in your brain, playing a fundamental role in maintaining the very structure and function of your precious neurons. When you consistently include these leafy greens in your diet, you're doing far more than just eating your vegetables. You're actively feeding your brain the specific tools it needs to protect itself, communicate effectively, and potentially stave off cognitive decline as you age. It's a direct investment in your mental clarity and long-term brain health. Now, to truly grasp why vitamin K from spinach and kale is such a game changer for your cognition, we need to dive into the intricate world of brain cell biology, specifically focusing on something called sphingolipids. Sphingolipids aren't just any fats. They're a specialized class of lipids that are absolutely fundamental building blocks for the membranes that surround your brain cells, the neurons. Picture the membrane like the skin of the cell. It's not just a passive barrier, it's a dynamic, complex structure that controls what enters and exits the cell, facilitates communication between cells, and anchors crucial signaling molecules. Sphingolipids are major players in this membrane structure, particularly concentrated in the brain. They contribute significantly to the membrane's physical properties, its fluidity, its stability, its ability to form specialized microdomains where important signaling events happen. But here's where vitamin K comes in. It acts as an essential cofactor for enzymes involved in the synthesis of these critical sphingolipids. Without sufficient vitamin K, the process of building and maintaining these vital membrane components becomes impaired. It's like trying to build a strong, secure, and well-functioning fence without all the necessary nails and brackets. The structure becomes compromised. This compromise can affect everything from the basic integrity of the neuron itself to the speed and efficiency of nerve signal transmission. When the membrane isn't optimally structured due to inadequate sphingolipid synthesis supported by vitamin K, the fundamental processes of thinking, learning, and remembering can be subtly undermined. But the influence of vitamin K on brain cell structure goes even deeper, impacting one of the most critical features for efficient neural communication, the myelin sheath. Imagine a complex network of electrical wires. Just like those wires need insulation to prevent short circuits and ensure the signal travels quickly and accurately down the line, your neurons rely on a fatty insulating layer called myelin. This myelin sheath, produced by supportive cells called oligodendrocytes, wraps tightly around the long projections, axons, of neurons. Its job is absolutely vital. It dramatically speeds up the transmission of electrical impulses along the nerve fiber. This rapid, efficient conduction is what allows complex thoughts, coordinated movements, and split-second reactions to happen. Damage to myelin, as seen in diseases like multiple sclerosis, severely disrupts neurological function. Well, guess what? Sphingolipids, whose synthesis depends significantly on vitamin K, are absolutely essential components of myelin. They are integral to its structure and stability. Adequate vitamin K intake ensures that your body has the biochemical support it needs to produce healthy myelin, maintaining that crucial insulation around your neural wiring. This translates directly to faster neural processing speeds, sharper reflexes, and more efficient cognitive function overall. Every time you enjoy a big handful of spinach in a salad or sauté some kale with garlic, you're contributing to the ongoing maintenance and repair of this vital neural insulation system. Beyond its foundational role in building brain cell membranes and myelin, vitamin K, richly supplied by spinach and kale, acts as a potent anti-inflammatory agent within the intricate environment of your brain. Chronic, low-grade inflammation in the brain, often termed neuroinflammation, is increasingly recognized as a major contributor to cognitive decline and the development of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. This inflammation isn't the acute, helpful kind you get when fighting an infection. It's a persistent, smoldering fire fueled by overactive immune cells in the brain called microglia. When microglia become chronically activated, they release a barrage of inflammatory signaling molecules called cytokines. These cytokines can damage neurons, disrupt the delicate connections between them, synapses, and even contribute to the buildup of toxic protein aggregates like amyloid beta plaques. Vitamin K steps in as a powerful modulator of this inflammatory cascade. Research suggests it can help suppress the activation of key inflammatory pathways, particularly one involving a complex called nuclear factor kappa B, NF-kappa B, which acts like a master switch for inflammation. By helping to calm this NF-kappa B pathway, vitamin K derived from your spinach and kale helps reduce the production of those damaging inflammatory cytokines. This creates a less hostile, more nurturing environment for your neurons. Think of it as vitamin K applying a soothing balm to inflamed brain tissue, dampening the background noise of inflammation that can interfere with clear cellular communication and accelerate cellular damage. A calmer brain environment is essential for optimal cognitive processing and long-term neuronal survival. Furthermore, the vitamin K bounty found in spinach and kale plays a crucial, yet often overlooked, role in protecting your brain cells from oxidative stress. Your brain is an energy-hungry organ, consuming a massive amount of oxygen relative to its size. All this metabolic activity, while essential for powering thoughts and actions, inevitably generates harmful byproducts known as reactive oxygen species, ROS, or free radicals. These unstable molecules are like little wrecking balls, careening around and damaging cellular components, fats and cell membranes, vital proteins, and even DNA. The brain is particularly vulnerable to this oxidative damage because it's rich in easily oxidizable fats, polyunsaturated fatty acids, and has relatively lower levels of some antioxidant defenses compared to other organs. This constant assault contributes significantly to brain aging and neurodegeneration. While vitamin K isn't a classic antioxidant that directly neutralizes free radicals like vitamin C or E, it plays a vital supportive role. As we touched on earlier, vitamin K is essential for the synthesis of sphingolipids. Some sphingolipids themselves, particularly those found abundantly in the brain, possess inherent antioxidant properties. They can help stabilize cell membranes and protect them from oxidative damage. More importantly, healthy membranes, built with adequate sphingolipids thanks to vitamin K, are inherently more resistant to oxidative stress. A strong, well-structured membrane is better able to withstand the damaging effects of free radicals. By ensuring the structural integrity of neuronal membranes through sphingolipid synthesis, vitamin K indirectly but significantly bolsters the brain's defenses against the relentless tide of oxidative stress, helping to preserve cognitive function over the long haul. The cognitive benefits of spinach and kale extend far beyond just vitamin K, although it is a true superstar. These leafy greens are veritable treasure troves of other brain-protective nutrients that work synergistically. Let's talk about folate, vitamin B9, abundantly present in both, but especially spinach. Folate is absolutely critical for brain health across the lifespan. It plays a central role in the synthesis of neurotransmitters, the chemical messengers neurons use to communicate with each other. Key neurotransmitters like serotonin, regulating mood, sleep, dopamine, involved in motivation, reward, movement, and norepinephrine, affecting alertness and focus, all rely on folate-dependent processes for their production and regulation. Furthermore, folate is essential for homocysteine metabolism. Homocysteine is an amino acid. Elevated levels in the blood are a well-established independent risk factor for cognitive decline, dementia, stroke, and brain atrophy. Folate, working in concert with vitamins B6 and B12, also found in smaller amounts in these greens or often paired with them in diets, helps convert homocysteine into the harmless amino acid methionine. Without sufficient folate, homocysteine builds up. High homocysteine can directly damage blood vessels, including those supplying the brain, reducing oxygen and nutrient delivery. It can also have direct toxic effects on neurons and promote oxidative stress and inflammation. By providing ample folate, spinach and kale help keep homocysteine levels in check, protecting your brain vasculature and neurons, thereby supporting overall cognitive function and reducing dementia risk. Then there are the potent antioxidants, lutein and zeaxanthin. You might associate these carotenoids primarily with eye health, and rightly so, as they concentrate in the macula of the eye, filtering harmful blue light. However, fascinating research shows they also accumulate selectively in the human brain, particularly in regions crucial for higher-order cognition like the frontal cortex, involved in executive function, decision-making, and working memory, and the hippocampus, the absolute epicenter for learning and memory formation. Lutein and zeaxanthin act as powerful antioxidants within neural tissue, directly scavenging damaging free radicals generated by metabolic activity and environmental stressors. They help protect the delicate fats in neuronal membranes from oxidation, maintaining membrane fluidity and function. Studies have linked higher levels of lutein and zeaxanthin in the brain and blood to better cognitive performance, enhanced memory, faster processing speeds, and even greater neural efficiency, meaning the brain works smarter, not harder, to accomplish tasks. Spinach is one of the richest dietary sources of lutein and zeaxanthin, and kale is also an excellent source. Consuming them regularly literally helps stain your brain tissue with these protective pigments, offering a shield against oxidative damage that can impair cognitive abilities. Spinach also brings a significant amount of dietary nitrates to the table. While the word nitrate might sometimes raise concerns, dietary nitrates from vegetables like spinach are actually beneficial. In the body, they can be converted into nitric oxide, NO, a crucial signaling molecule. Nitric oxide is a potent vasodilator, meaning it helps relax and widen blood vessels. This includes the blood vessels supplying your brain. By promoting vasodilation, nitric oxide derived from spinach's nitrates enhances cerebral blood flow. Better blood flow means more oxygen and vital nutrients, like glucose, the brain's primary fuel, are delivered to your hard-working neurons. It also means more efficient removal of metabolic waste products that can accumulate and impair function. Improved cerebral blood flow is directly associated with enhanced cognitive performance, particularly in tasks requiring attention, executive function, and memory. Think of it as spinach helping to open up the highways to your brain, ensuring optimal delivery of supplies and waste removal, keeping the neural environment clean and well-nourished for peak performance. We also can't ignore the incredible contribution of magnesium, found in good amounts in both spinach and kale. Magnesium is a mineral involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body, and its role in brain function is multifaceted and critical. It acts as a natural gatekeeper for NMDA receptors, which are essential for synaptic plasticity, the brain's ability to strengthen or weaken connections between neurons in response to experience. This plasticity is the fundamental cellular mechanism underlying learning and memory. Magnesium sits in the NMDA receptor channel, preventing excessive calcium influx under resting conditions. This blockade is crucial because uncontrolled calcium entry can overexcite the neuron and lead to damage. When the neuron is appropriately stimulated, magnesium is displaced, allowing calcium to flow in and trigger the signaling cascades necessary for plasticity. Adequate magnesium levels ensure this process happens correctly, preventing excitotoxicity, overexcitation damage, while still allowing the necessary signaling for learning and memory to occur. Magnesium deficiency, on the other hand, is linked to increased susceptibility to excitotoxicity, impaired synaptic plasticity, and heightened anxiety and stress responses, all detrimental to cognition. By providing magnesium, spinach and kale support the delicate balance needed for healthy neuronal signaling and memory formation. The benefits cascade even further through the gut-brain axis, thanks to the substantial fiber content in both spinach and kale. Dietary fiber, particularly the insoluble kind abundant in leafy greens, acts as a prebiotic. Prebiotics are essentially food for the beneficial bacteria residing in your gut, collectively known as the gut microbiome. When you consume fiber from spinach and kale, it passes largely undigested to your colon, where these friendly microbes ferment it. This fermentation process produces essential nutrients for your gut lining and, crucially, generates beneficial short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, like butyrate, acetate, and propionate. SCFAs are powerhouse molecules with systemic effects. Butyrate, in particular, is the preferred fuel source for the cells lining your colon, helping to maintain a strong, healthy gut barrier. A robust gut barrier prevents leaky gut, a condition where toxins and undigested food particles can leak into the bloodstream, triggering widespread inflammation, including neuroinflammation in the brain. Furthermore, SCFAs can enter the bloodstream and even cross the blood-brain barrier. Once in the brain, they exert anti-inflammatory effects, support the integrity of the blood-brain barrier itself, modulate the activity of microglia, the brain's immune cells, and may even influence neurotransmitter production and the expression of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a key molecule for neuronal growth and survival. Research increasingly links a healthy, diverse gut microbiome supported by high fiber intake, like that from ample spinach and kale, to improved mood, reduced anxiety and depression, enhanced cognitive function, and potentially a lower risk of neurodegenerative diseases. Feeding your gut microbiome with these leafy greens is a powerful indirect way to nurture a healthier, happier, better functioning brain. Kale deserves a special spotlight within this dynamic duo. While spinach often takes center stage, kale brings its own unique and formidable profile to cognitive support. It is exceptionally rich in vitamin K, often boasting even higher concentrations per serving than spinach. Kale is also packed with potent antioxidants, including the carotenoids lutein and zeaxanthin, as mentioned, plus beta-carotene and various flavonoids like quercetin and camphorol. These compounds provide broad-spectrum antioxidant and anti-inflammatory protection for brain cells. Kale is a member of the Brassica family, like broccoli and cauliflower, meaning it contains glucosinolates. When kale is chopped or chewed, these compounds are broken down into bioactive isothiocyanates, such as sulforaphane. Sulforaphane is a powerful activator of the NRF2 pathway, which is the master regulator of the body's cellular defense system. Activating NRF2 boosts the production of a wide array of protective enzymes that combat oxidative stress and detoxify harmful substances. This NRF2 activation provides an additional, powerful layer of neuroprotection beyond the direct actions of vitamin K. Kale is also a very good source of vitamin C, another crucial antioxidant that directly scavenges free radicals in the brain and helps regenerate other antioxidants like vitamin E. Furthermore, kale provides important minerals like manganese, a cofactor for the antioxidant enzyme superoxide dismutase, and copper, involved in energy production and antioxidant defense within neurons. Its slightly tougher texture also means it often retains more nutrients when cooked compared to more delicate spinach. To truly harness the cognitive power of spinach and kale, especially maximizing vitamin K absorption and bioavailability, how you prepare and consume them matters. Vitamin K is fat-soluble. This means it needs dietary fat to be properly absorbed in your intestines and transported into your bloodstream and ultimately to your brain. Simply eating plain, raw greens without any fat significantly limits how much vitamin K your body can actually utilize. The solution is simple and delicious. Always pair your spinach and kale with a source of healthy fat. This could be drizzling extra virgin olive oil over a raw kale salad, sautéing spinach in avocado oil with garlic, adding slices of avocado to your green smoothie, or tossing roasted kale with nuts or seeds like walnuts or pumpkin seeds. Not only does this enhance vitamin K absorption, but the healthy fats themselves, like the monounsaturated fats in olive oil and avocado, and the omega-3s in walnuts, provide additional brain-boosting benefits, supporting membrane fluidity and reducing inflammation. Cooking methods also play a role. While raw spinach and kale offer nutrients, lightly cooking them, steaming, sautéing, wilting, can actually make certain nutrients, including some antioxidants and minerals, more bioavailable by breaking down tough cell walls. Light cooking also reduces the volume dramatically, making it easier to consume larger quantities. For kale specifically, massaging raw kale leaves with a little oil and salt or acid, like lemon juice, tenderizes the leaves, making them more palatable in salads and potentially aiding nutrient release. Aim for variety. Enjoy them raw in salads and smoothies, lightly steamed or sautéed as a side dish, blended into soups and sauces, or even baked as crispy kale chips. The key is consistent inclusion. While spinach and kale are nutritional powerhouses, it's wise to be aware of a couple of considerations. Both contain compounds called oxalates, oxalic acid. Oxalates can bind to minerals like calcium and iron within the digestive tract, potentially reducing their absorption. For most people consuming a balanced diet, this isn't a major concern, and the overall nutritional benefits far outweigh this minor drawback. However, individuals with a history of calcium oxalate kidney stones may need to moderate their intake of high oxalate foods like spinach. Kale has moderate levels. Cooking can help reduce soluble oxalate content. Spinach also contains compounds called purines, which break down into uric acid. People with gout or a tendency towards high uric acid levels might need to consume spinach in moderation. Kale is generally lower in purines. Crucially, because vitamin K plays a vital role in blood clotting, individuals taking blood-thinning medications like warfarin, Coumadin, need to maintain a consistent intake of vitamin K-rich foods. Sudden large increases or decreases in dietary vitamin K can interfere with the medication's effectiveness. It doesn't mean avoiding spinach and kale. It means working closely with a doctor or dietitian to find a stable, moderate intake level and having blood clotting times, INR, monitored regularly. For everyone else, the high vitamin K content is a significant benefit, not a risk. Incorporating spinach and kale into your regular diet is one of the most impactful, science-backed dietary strategies you can adopt for long-term cognitive health. Think beyond the occasional side salad. Aim to include generous portions of these greens several times per week, ideally daily. Start your day with a green smoothie packed with spinach or kale, banana, berries, plant-based milk, and a tablespoon of almond butter or chia seeds for fat. Add a large handful of spinach to scrambled eggs or omelets. Toss baby spinach or massaged kale into sandwiches and wraps. Sauté chopped kale with onions and garlic as a flavorful side dish. Blend spinach into pesto or pasta sauces. Add chopped kale to soups and stews during the last few minutes of cooking. Bake kale leaves tossed with olive oil and sea salt into crispy chips for a satisfying snack. The versatility is immense. Consistency is paramount. The neuroprotective effects of vitamin K and the symphony of other nutrients build up over time. It's about creating a dietary pattern where these brain-nourishing greens are fundamental components. The implications of making spinach and kale dietary cornerstones are profound for brain aging and resilience. Cognitive decline and neurodegenerative diseases represent some of the most significant health challenges of our time. While genetics play a role, lifestyle factors, particularly diet, are powerful modifiable influences. The unique combination offered by spinach and kale, exceptionally high vitamin K ensuring robust sphingolipid synthesis for healthy membranes and myelin, potent antioxidants like lutein shielding neurons from oxidative damage, anti-inflammatory compounds, including vitamin K itself and flavonoids, calming neuroinflammation, folate regulating homocysteine and neurotransmitter synthesis, nitrates boosting cerebral blood flow, magnesium supporting synaptic plasticity, and fiber nurturing a brain. Friendly gut microbiome provides a comprehensive, multi-targeted defense for your brain cells. This isn't about a single magic bullet, It's about providing the diverse, synergistic nutritional support your neurons desperately need to maintain their structure, optimize their function, resist damage, communicate effectively, and adapt over time. This is foundational nourishment operating at the cellular and molecular level. So, the next time you hold a bunch of spinach or kale, see it for what it truly is, not just a leafy green vegetable, but concentrated nourishment for your most vital organ. Each vibrant leaf delivers vitamin K, the essential architect for your brain's cellular structures. It brings antioxidants standing guard against relentless damage, anti-inflammatory agents calming internal storms, and a cascade of cofactors ensuring smooth neural operations. Consistently choosing these greens is a proactive, delicious declaration that you value your cognitive vitality. You are literally feeding the intricate cellular machinery of your mind, bite by bite, salad by salad, sauté by sauté. It's one of the simplest, most accessible, and most powerful steps you can take towards building a sharper, more resilient brain for life. Your future cognitive self will be profoundly grateful for the investment you make today in every spinach-laden smoothie and every plate of garlicky sautéed kale.